Hey, this is Mark Washington, MTC Media here at Eagle Bank. George Mason with a 92-84 win over Rhode Island, moving to 4-3 in the Atlantic 10. Rhode Island drops to 3-4 in the Atlantic 10. I believe they have lost their last four games. For George Mason, they were led by Baraka Okoji, 18 points, 3 rebounds, only 2 assists. Coach Skin feels like though he got cheated out some assists, he feels like he had more than two. Darius Maggs had a career high 24 points. Keyshawn Hall had 22 points, and Amari Kelly had 17 points and 9 rebounds. So this game for George Mason was weird because they started off in the first half, wasn't defensively engaged, fell down early, come and fight back in the first half, and end up cutting the lead to 42-40 before halftime. So it was a more of a manageable score, as Coach Skin said. He put Keyshawn in back late because he didn't want to go into halftime down 8 or anything like that. So George Mason staying in touch with them in the first half, but then second half happens. George Mason starts off the second half the exact same way that they started off the first half, just giving up open shots, open threes. Rhode Island's David Green had a career high 29 points. He was 10 to 16 from the field, 6 to 8 from threes. Now, I agree with Coach Skin. A couple of those threes in the first half when he shot 5 for 5, they were like end of the shot clock threes. One of them was definitely contested and he made it. And sometimes people make those. You know they're not going to make them the entire game. But then again, George Mason pushes back, gets offensively engaged. The ball just started moving. And when it started moving, you started finding guys like Maddox out at the three-point line. We all know that George Mason has struggled from the three-point line. Started off this game 1 for 10 from three, finished the game 7 for 22 from three. Darius Maddox was 4 for 8 from long distance, and all of it played a part. But the player of the game is Baraka Okoji. He did a terrific job, both offensively and defensively. He was breaking down the defense. He was getting 2 feet in the paint. That was where Rhode Island started to struggle, and that's where George Mason's ball movement certainly improved. And when they tried to play him for the pass, he was able to finish shooting 5 for 6 from the floor, and a lot of them was getting to the front of the rim. And when you have a guy who can turn the corner and grab real estate and then become, still be a good decision maker, that's powerful. When you consider that Okoji is a freshman, and he's not only making this impact on the offensive end, but he's also making the impact on the defensive end, and that's electric. His numbers do not reflect how good he was, and he had good numbers: 18 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. He had a steal, and that doesn't even in 15 minutes. No, my bad. In 22 minutes and 49 seconds, and that doesn't even do. Those numbers don't even do him justice. That's how great he was today for George Mason. So big win for the Patriots again here at Eagle Bank on homecoming. So it was a pretty big crowd, electric crowd, loud crowd. Players and coaches definitely like that. But good win for the Patriots, and we're going to see you next time. I get a day off tomorrow. No college basketball to cover. Once again, 92-84, George Mason. This is Mark Washington from MTC Media.